Welcome back to another boot sale video. Now the sun is just out and shining this weekend, isn't it lovely? I hope everyone's been enjoying the lovely weather. But I'm back with one of the first proper boot sale videos I've got this year for you guys. I've got some pretty good finds that I'm happy with, but there's also one or two big misses which I've looked back at the footage now and check the prices online, and I'm actually quite annoyed I've missed out on them. So make sure to sit back and let's enjoy the bargain hunting together. So the first stall I walked up to, they had this BuzzLightyear. Now, these BuzzLightyears do resell for pretty good money if you can get them cheap enough, and this one looked in good condition. However, I asked the woman how much she wanted, and she said, "How much is this?"
5.
Oh, thank you. So unfortunately, they only really sell on eBay for around 10 to maybe £15 if you're really pushing it. So £5 was a little too steep for me for this, but it did have Andy written on the foot of BuzzLightyear. Now, I don't know if that increases the value. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on this. I don't know myself. And sometimes you're at the boot sale and you pick these up and you ask how much. People say £1 or £2, and at that point it's worth picking up. But £5, a little too steep. So we moved on to the next store. And now it's coming up to Easter, and this store purely just sold Easter eggs. Like, that is all they had. So I was kind of interested. I walked over just to have a look, see how much they were selling them for. I don't know where these guys are getting these things from, but they had them on the stall, and I picked it up, and the guy started to talk to me.
Got other lint ones here and all, mate.
Oh, lint is my favourite. How much are they?
£10. 25 and the cheapest you can buy on my club costs £20, and they're £25 normally.
Cool, thank you. So after that weird encounter of some guy trying to flog me Easter eggs at a boot sale, I decided not to pick them up for £10 because that's a lot of money for an Easter egg. Even if their retail price is £20 at like Tesco's, that's still so much for an Easter egg. I'm not paying that much. So I moved on to the next store, and now I see this wrestling stuff everywhere at the boot sales. I don't know that much about it, so if anyone knows about how valuable this stuff is, let me know in the comments, because I see it quite often. You can see here they had the wrestling ring. It didn't look like it was in the best condition, and they had a bunch of different action figures. Now, I don't know how much he wanted or anything about this really, so let me know in the comments if this is worth something. And he had another sealed figure here. Again, I don't really know much about this. So anyway, moving on to the first purchase of the boot sale. Now, I can't lie, this is totally random. It is a Paw Patrol sand and water playset. This is really random, but it just caught my eye. I know how popular Paw Patrol is at the moment. Like, the kids just love it. And the fact that it was sealed, the box wasn't in the best condition, but it's sealed. The weather's getting a bit warmer. We're going to be coming up to summer. Parents are going to be looking for outdoor activities for their kids. So I asked him how much. Do it for free, would you? Cool. No worries. Thank you. Oh,
That helps.
yeah, go on then. So for £4, he tempted me in. I thought, why not? Let's take a risk on this. And looking online, brand new, this is £15. So £4 isn't the worst. I could probably try and sell this on eBay for around £10. Maybe Vinted is better for this because it's a bit more family orientated. But on eBay, I did notice one of these just randomly sold for £17. I don't know why, because you can literally buy it brand new for £15 from an actual retailer. £10 for that, I reckon. So that's not a bad start to the profit for this boot sale. Next up, again, this is really random, but this just caught my eye. It was a puzzle mat. So I didn't actually buy this to resell, but recently I've done a couple of puzzles. Bit random, I know. And I spoke to the woman and she only wanted £2. So I thought, sure, why not? Let's pick this up. If I end up doing another puzzle, I'll use this mat myself. If not, I can probably sell it. And online, it's about £8. So I didn't really expect much profit from this. But you know, it's important to pick things up at the boot sale for yourself. It's not all about that profit. Make sure to enjoy your time at the boot sale, guys. It should be a fun, happy time for everyone. Then I saw this Nerf backpack, and now for the life of me, I cannot find this backpack anywhere online. It must be like a fake or a knockoff or something, because the closest I came to finding this online was this random search on Google where it came up with this, and I clicked on the website and it said page not found. So I don't know what's going on here. He wanted £5 for it, but I passed this up just because I wasn't sure. And there are other Nerf backpacks online selling for like £4, so I think I made the right choice here. And now we come to one of the first mistakes of this boot sale. Now this was quite annoying, to be honest. I've looked back and I've seen the profit on this, and I'm annoyed I passed up on this. But I never claimed to be the best boot saler because I'm learning. I've only been doing this for a couple of months or so, and I'm constantly learning about different products and how much things sell for and what's popular. I've got to remember to not be too annoyed with myself here, but at the same time, I'm still frustrated I didn't pick this up. So let's go into this. So this guy had a lot of Monopolies on this table. Now, Monopolies have so many different ranges. It's so hard to keep up. Like, I don't know what are the rare ones. I don't know what aren't the rare ones. I don't know anything about Monopoly, really. But he said he wanted £5 for each of these when I asked him. How much are your Monopolies?
£5 for each one.
Cool, thank you. And I had a quick look at these, and I saw the Mario Kart one and the Sonic one, which kind of piqued my interest, just because Nintendo is obviously really popular. And looking online, it sells for about £10, so I didn't miss out on too much profit here. And considering these were open, I don't even know if all the bits were there, so It is what it is on that one. I'm not too annoyed. But then I picked up this sealed Monopoly Greenwich, which is a borough in London. I was interested in this because it was sealed, but for some reason I just decided not to pick it up. I literally had it in my hands and I just went, no, I don't want this. But looking online, this one literally sells brand new for £25. So that's a £20 profit I literally missed out on there. It's really annoying, but not much I can do about it now. And I remember being at this boot sale, I walked around for a little while, came back to this store maybe half an hour later, and a lot of these Monopolies had gone, which made me think maybe I should have picked one of these up. I guess it is what it is. I learn on this one, and I really think I need to walk away, and if I'm unsure, just do a quick research online. It really doesn't take that long, and then come back to the store and say, actually, I will take that. I think I just find it a little bit awkward when I go, okay, thanks, walk away and come back. I think they know exactly what I'm doing, but I guess that's part of the reselling game. I need to get better at that. And saying that, I realized looking back at the footage, I literally looked on my phone and checked the price of the Mario ones online and thought, you can't resell that for too much. But I didn't check the sealed Greenwich Monopoly. So that is annoyance number one, but there are more to come. Oh, and then just another annoyance, I managed to pick up this Dungeons & Dragons starter set here off camera. I started to walk back to the car, so I put my camera on charge, and then this caught my eye, and I thought, oh, let's pick it up. Now, it's pretty tattered on the sealed section, and the box is a little bit damaged, but it technically still is sealed, I guess, even if it is ripped a lot. But I picked this up for £5, and I saw on the back it literally has a £20 thing on it. And sometimes these Dungeons & Dragons sets stop getting printed and they change the runs for whatever reason. And these old sets just skyrocket in price because they're no longer being printed. But looking online, this one only sells for maybe around £15. But that's still £10 profit, so I'm happy with that. Next up, we have these Trunkis. Now, I think I've spoken about these on the channel before. These are really good in the summer. I've had one I've held on to all winter and it's not sold, and literally last week it sold on Vinted for £13. So I went over and looked at this one. It was in pretty good condition and the guy wanted £5, which isn't too much, but usually I tend to try and pick these up for £2 to £3 just because they are big and bulky things to send, so it just takes a lot of time to post. So I didn't pick this one up because it's also the fire engine edition, which is very common. If you can find the more unique ones, I think people like those, and you can sell them for maybe 20. But make sure to keep an eye out for Trunkis if you don't mind the big and bulky postage. Next up, this is another very random purchase. I can't lie, this boot sale was quite full of dealers. It was very busy for this time of the year just because of the weather, but there was a lot of dealers about and not so many just individual sellers. So I've got quite a few random purchases here, but I'm glad I picked a lot of this stuff up because there is profit here. So I got this random Wheels on the Bus egg, bowl and mug set, but when I asked the price, the guy only wanted £2, and I just thought to myself, surely this has got to be worth more than £2. So I picked it up and I'm going to try and maybe aim for £10 for this on Vinted. Hopefully there's someone that will take this. I can't find it anywhere online, but I did see someone sell a similar mug for £5. So £10, maybe even 15 if I'm feeling a little bit lucky. And then you guys know I like to just point out random things at the boot sales, and there's just these giant like action figure things on this stall. Like, I don't even know what these are. They're so weird. And then talking of more weird things, if you ever need tomato ketchup, you should probably head to this boot sale because there's a massive ton of it here just sitting on the side. No idea how much he's selling that for. I did not ask. And then I always like to just point out like some of the craziness that happens at the boot sale. I have no idea why this stall is so busy. There's just people all around it. I'm guessing they're selling clothes for super cheap, but when I see a stall like this, I just want no part of it and I just walk past. Boot sales can get a little bit crazy sometimes. So then I saw this random Grinch teddy. Don't know why I picked this up. I just thought it was interesting. I did not buy it though. Don't worry. I did not waste my money on that. And then I noticed this Bailey's coffee cup. Now sometimes coffee cups can be limited editions and they do resell for quite a lot if it's like a special Costa one or whatever, but this one was quite cheap and plasticky, and looking online it literally sells for like £5, so I'm glad I didn't pick this up. But it's always worth having a check of these coffee cups because if they're good quality and they maybe only want £1 or £2, there's always a chance that they could be going for maybe 10 to 15. Next up here, you can't quite see it, is a little bit off camera, but there's a blue Snowball microphone. Now I know about these and they're literally like 60 quid brand new, and it's just sitting here without a box on the side on a sort of dealer stall, which always makes me cautious that it doesn't work, and I didn't even ask the price. I probably should have, because maybe if you wanted a £5, it's worth a go in case it does work, because you can definitely resell it for 20 to 25. But again, that's me not being confident enough. I need to start asking prices and just taking the gambles, because I didn't pick this one up again, unfortunately. Now it's time for disappointment number 2. Now I spot this cool little Doctor Who cookie jar, like biscuit tin type thing. Now I know things like this can like hold a lot of value, especially when they're heavy and like nice china like this. And obviously Doctor Who is very popular. I thought this could be worth maybe 10, maybe £15. And I asked the woman how much, and she says £10, which I think is a little bit too much, so I put this down, and looking online now, the exact same one literally is sold on eBay for £30. Now, that's just crazy. I would never have guessed that. So again, I've missed out on like £20 profit. So overall on this boot sale, I've missed out on like £40 to £50 at this point. So I'm getting a little bit annoyed. I definitely need to start checking those prices online. Oh, and also I had a little funny interaction with her right here.
There's biscuits in there. That's good. You don't want them, do you? Don't come through with it. How much is this?
£10,
Oh, thank you.
I'll kill you later.
In date, are they, or?
No idea how long those biscuits had been in there. Did not ask. So next up, I found this nice little backpack. It's a Pikachu backpack, and it had a price on it of £12. And it literally looks brand new, so I'm pretty tempted with this. I asked how much, and she wanted £6, and I managed to knock her down to just £5.
How much is your bag?
Get half the price what's on there. So £6.
Thank you. Will you do it for a £5? Yeah, thank you.
I think that's a pretty good buy. I think someone will probably buy this for £10 on Vinted, maybe on eBay if I want to. Plus, with how popular Pokemon is at the moment, like, there's definitely going to be someone out here that's going to want that for their kid. So that's a quick little £5 profit there. I did pay up a little bit for this. I was really hoping that she'd maybe want £2 or £3, but I think I was panicking a little bit and thought I need to buy some more stuff at this boot sale, considering I just turned down those last few items. So I'm still learning, guys. Don't judge me too much. Now, this store was literally just full of electrics. Now, I'm never ever buying anything from a store like this because don't know where they've got it from, and probably some of it's broken or stolen or whatever. So I never want to buy from these stores, but I obviously went over to have a quick look and just be a little bit nosy. So they had a PlayStation here, and I think they wanted $250 for it. No idea if it worked. And they obviously had the Switch here, and it had the little thumb grips broken off. Again, didn't ask the price, but I just like to show this stuff to you guys, just because I know a lot of you people find it interesting, the sort of things you see at boot sales. Now, this is probably my best find of the boot sale. I walk over to this store, and I spot this lovely little Brio wooden train track. Now, I've bought this stuff before and it just sells so well. It can be a little hit or miss at the boot sale. Sometimes people know how much it is and they want £10 to £15. Sometimes people want it gone just because it's so big and bulky, just like this guy.
How much is your train stuff down here?
I wanted 4.
Okay.
Give me £3, you can take it.
Yeah, go on then, thank you.
I've got the lid to that little box.
Oh, amazing.
She said to me, don't get rid of the box, I want the box back.
You can take the box.
want it?
I have got a bag. If you want the box, it'll probably fit in
You
here.
don't mind?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
More of the toys in there.
Yeah, honestly.
So I managed to get that for £3. So you can see an example here. If you have some of this track, it can literally sell for so much. Someone's listed it here on Vinted for £70. Now obviously I didn't buy this massive amount of track, but there's a listing here for a similar amount of about £28. So I think I'll probably aim for 25 for this from £3. That's not a bad profit. That's £20. So I will be taking that. And with that, guys, that was my last purchase of the boot sale. Didn't buy very much from this, and a lot of random different items because, like I said, it was a really big boot sale, but a lot of dealers and not the best amount of various different items. But it's definitely getting towards that better season of the boot sales. A lot of the big ones start again at the end of this month, so I will be there on the first day. So make sure to subscribe for that. If you want more of this content, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know you want it to keep coming, and I will keep it coming.